Welcome to the comment show, a very special comment show because I'm joined by two newcomers to the show.
Is it special because we're newcomers, or is it special because we're cool?
These questions, I believe these questions in this very special episode are all specifically for you guys, for Jake and Amir.
Are these color-coded?
Get your hands off the cards, you're like a
barbecue
kid.
sauce all over them.
Just as a punishment, Jake's going to pick the first question. So.
Blue. Rick Brody writes, if you had an unlimited production budget, what Jake and Amir episode would you make? When we first started these videos in New York and we were just using our own cameras, we had an idea where Amir gets hit by a cab.
Yeah.
Which I don't like isn't even that funny.
What about me crashing a Dane Cook show at MSG? That way it's like we paid 15,000 extras to be in our show.
And Dane Cook.
I guess with an unlimited budget, we can get any actor we wanted.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right.
And I know we would both choose 1, 2, 3.
Sylvester Stallone.
Tilda Swinton and Sylvester Stallone.
Making
and we
out.
aren't even at the desk.
Yeah.
We just write a Jake and Amir script for them to perform.
We pay them to fuck at the end.
No.
They'll do it for infinite money. You said unlimited budget. Give them
Unlimited
$1 billion.
budget? Yeah, we make a porn with Sylvester Stallone and Tilda fucking Swinton.
We gotta keep moving, I'm sorry. Amir, it's your turn. God help us.
Dylan Samantella McAllister writes, how long have Jake and Amir known each other? 8 years.
I started interning at College Humor in September of 2006.
Were you there when Pat visited for the first time when we took him to lunch?
I was very threatened by Pat. I was the only editorial intern at that time, and I was like helping write articles, but everybody in the office was a huge fan of your articles.
Whenever Pat made a joke and everyone laughed, you're like, that's not that funny. What did he say? And then you made him like reiterate his jokes.
Yeah. Like, why is that funny?
Yeah.
Why is that good?
Do you remember where we ate?
Spaghetti Western.
That's true.
Wow.
You were threatened, and now look, I had to practically beg you to do my comment show.
Don't worry. Everything's ended up exactly the way I wanted it.
Jackson Vacker asks, how would you explain to a young child where babies come from?
Your father's a gynecologist.
Yeah.
Did he ever tell you how babies were made?
Yeah, well, he like opened up one of his medical school books and he showed me the cervix, the vulva, my urethra.
This is when you were a year and a half.
21.
How would you explain to a baby?
Mikey was like, where do babies come from? I'd be like, came out of your mom's stomach. Like somebody else's kid, I wouldn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
I'd just be like...
Wait, well, why that?
It's got nothing to do with children, right? You ever hear that, dude? You ate out something so hard they get pregnant?
Yeah, it's not good, it's hard how hard you do it.
Anyway, here's a nickel. We'll get some candy.
Patrick Curtin writes, bros, do you even lift?
Oh.
Shit, you can beat me.
I've never won or lost at an arm wrestling match.
It's 3 hours later. Whoa, you just got it.
Is that true? You loser. So
No.
yeah, I live.
Does that answer your question?
I can't believe that happened. Lefty.
You lost. No,
Lefty
no
did
time.
it.
No time. Amir, question.
Samuel Fielder writes,
Name checks out.
have you guys ever not released a video for any reason after filming? That's a good question.
Yeah, and we have.
I think it was early on, and we used to make videos that weren't very good, and we used to not like them sometimes, and we used to just not release them.
Sometimes we would put them up even though we didn't like them. Like, I have no idea if this is going to be okay. If this is going to be good.
And?
Usually
It didn't matter.
Most of the time they all do just, fine. Some people like them, some people don't.
Every video is somebody's favorite and somebody's least favorite.
Nick Draper, coincidentally enough, we were just talking about a Draper.
Really weird.
Yeah. Are any distinct decisions made to change the on-screen Amir's personality, or does it evolve naturally?
That's a good question.
Yeah, very nuanced question.
Yeah.
These questions are good.
They're doing a good job.
I don't think it's been a conscious decision, but the character has changed.
How so?
At first, he was more like quiet and needy, and now what we find funnier is just what's the worst thing somebody can do.
It's like original Amir plus self-confidence is actually...
Right.
Everyone's always like, he just needs self-confidence, and he got it, and it was just worse. What about Jake? The Jake character.
We've given Jake his own insecurities, so like he gets to have
There's
a
all
little
these...
more fun.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
Jake
nice.
thinks he's cool with like women and style and fashion, and sometimes we'll do episodes that revolve around that. Ezra Schott writes, does Jake and Amir have a moral? They all have a moral because it's basically like, don't be like me. When we think something is dumb, we just have my character do it.
Everybody was going insane over like the Instagram like privacy thing.
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna sell our photos. They're gonna sell
Yeah.
our photos. We made Amir's character obsessed with that.
Right, and we
So
just
it's
like
sort of our way of like poking fun at
dumb people.
Right.
Right.
It's sort of nihilistic because Amir is such a horrible person, and yet he's really never punished for it.
The story's not over yet. So Amir, I think week to week is still like miserable and trying to change himself in weird ways. He's sort of like winning, but like I think that the moral is yet to be determined.
I'm blissfully ignorant. Dylan Morris writes, would you rather have a nipple-sized penis or a penis-sized nipples?
Penis-sized nipples, and then I would shave them off.
I think I agree.
Yeah, duh.
It's like a silver dollar. On
Well,
your
you already
mouth.
have a nipple-sized penis.
Not true. Not true.
Let me see it. Whoa!
I'm more concerned by the shape at that point than the size.
Yeah,
really.
it's like a flattened disc.
Jake, you're up.
Thank you. Christian Hibbert writes, what was the biggest fight you two got into, like with each other? If it's too personal, move on to the second biggest, etc.
We had like disagreements, but never like fights.
Yeah. The only thing we'll ever disagree about is like if an idea or a line of dialogue is funny or something. And if I say it's funny and Amir says he doesn't think it's that funny, and I say it one more time and I think it's really funny, he's like, it's not that funny, and then I'll stop. If I said a third time that I really thought it was funny, he would probably let me keep it in. So
See-
it's really just like the ebb and the flow of like who's the most adamant.
Is there an episode idea that one of you like really, really wants to do? It's kind of like on your wish list, but the other one is just not feeling.
I think we both have to feel an episode. It's hard to
Gotcha.
like write an episode where the other person's not into it.
It's like sex.
Yeah.
And then we fuck before
Yeah.
we write.
And after.
We're constantly in coitus. Wow. Right.
Matt Lewis asks, what is yo fave Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
I used to like Raphael.
What was
Why?
his
I liked the size. I thought they were
just
cool.
the weapon, but what was his
I liked how
personality?
he was sort of like sarcastic and angsty.
Raphael's rude.
Cool but rude. Cool but rude.
Yeah, he's kinda
That's
rude.
pretty dope.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
what? It's just written by like a Latvian dude that doesn't really speak English. He does machines.
Great. We're ready for that.
That's in the theme song now.
Hey, well, I do machines.
Yeah.
You want me to do that machine?
This is a cool one. It's kind of mustard green on one
Yeah,
side.
I
and
actually like that
orange
too.
on the other.
I like this color a lot. It's very retro.
It's very, yeah, it's like a 70s chic. I would choose Donatello. He's the smart one, right?
This is actually really cool. Can I see it?
Oh! So Garrett Murphy asks, what's your drug of choice? This is not like 21 and over, but it's definitely 17. It's NC 17.
Alcohol.
Alcohol?
Yeah, I like whiskey.
No, this little.
Dude, I bet you
I don't like to toke.
It depends on what your definition of toke is.
I will give you $10 if you tell me which president you're doing.
Ross Perot.
Alcohol? Is that you on the record? You both want to go to those pussies forever?
Did you say alcohol?
No, I said chicks.
Oh,
Because
dude.
chicks are a drug to me. And every night I want to get some of
to him
them.
because he can't handle them, dude.
Oh,
Can't
dude,
handle
that
your
one
drugs.
upstairs.
You know what I'm saying?
That one
Yeah, but
upstairs.
when I do get him, it's like all night I'm going high on it.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Adam.
So far, so good. Which Adam? That's a good question. Which Adam? Or do you just lose your privilege?
Adam
You're
Buchesny writes, which celebrity do you think could replace each other in a pinch?
You know, kind of looks like a handsome version of you. I forget his name.
Asshole.
I know. I think I know who you're gonna say.
Who?
Simon Baker,
Oh, the Mentalist?
The Mentalist. I think you guys there's a resemblance.
I've gotten that one before.
I'll tell you who. It's this guy right here. Robert Buckley. Handsome Jake.
Jesus, doesn't have any of my features.
Yes, he does.
I don't smile like that.
This looks like Jake, doesn't he? If Jake went into a handsome transmorgifier or something and came out like that, you'd be like, oh, that machine works.
I think that even in a handsome thing, Jake could not wind up looking like this.
Well, maybe if he went in twice.
Give me the phone, assholes! Next question.
Seth Padar writes, what does Amir smell like?
Ooh, Seth!
So I guess we gotta smell you to find out.
Don't fucking touch me.
And just for the thing though, I'm not really with it. What do you smell like?
What do you smell like?
My hair product has a distinct smell. It's kind of like honey wax.
It's fucking shit, dude!
Yeah, that's what you smell like.
Yeah. Joey B writes, what is the best/worst thing about living with each other? The best thing is that we are never alone. It's never lonely.
And that's probably also the worst thing.
Yeah,
we're never alone.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want to have some alone time always.
Two sides of the
and
same
he's
coin.
just always there.
How do chores break down?
Jake's like anally clean, like he'll like wipe stuff down and put stuff away. He basically leaves nothing out. He likes every surface to be
I'm kind of the same
bare.
way. Like, not...
You're not. I assure you, you're not.
Conversely, is Amir a slob to you?
Well, like, Amir leaves stuff out like it's nothing. He doesn't mind when I put things away. Like, I've lived with other people who would be messy and they didn't really like when I cleaned up after them. I don't mind cleaning. I like cleaning.
This sounds like an abusive relationship. Is that... You have a bruise on your arm.
Hey, there's one card left.
Pretty
Let's
big.
all read it together.
That's nice.
Matt Grossenbach writes, which episode of J&A was the most difficult to shoot, you diva roaches? For me, was an episode called Braces.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had fake braces, but the way we made it was a paper clip spread out with tinfoil on it and attached to my gums with candy.
It's physically uncomfortable.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna like puke. What is your most difficult episode to shoot?
Maybe tongue. I just call it blood because I was that's all I can remember.
Oh, yeah.
I was just covered in blood.
Ooh, I'm in that one.
Yeah, you are. It wasn't a terribly long shoot, but it was just, I was like, remember feeling so disgusting because I was caked in fake blood.
What about the day of Fired when you were so hungover you could barely stand?
Yeah, that was like physically difficult for me to do. I was like 30 minutes late to set. I was in a cab. It was like stuck in traffic, so I had to get out and run across town, sprinting so hungover. Right after we shot all my scenes, I threw up in the street. It was this really sad thing too, because we were like, Matt Walton drove me and Sam back to the office. The entire way back, they were having like this amazing conversation about acting. He was so wise, and I was just sitting in the back, just taking it all in. As soon as we got out of the car, I was like,
Wasn't that you puking part of the behind the scenes thing?
yeah.
Ugh.
Yes, that doesn't sound pleasant.
So your
I think
favorite
he
drug
wins.
is alcohol? The one that
Uh,
caused you
Why am I
to
doing
be that way?
to me?
Your favorite drug is women?
Yeah, chicks specifically, actually.
Guys, that's it. We're out of questions. That means this episode of the Comment Show is over. Thanks for being here. Thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks to everyone who's sending questions. And you can always go to our College Humor Facebook page where we'll be asking for more questions for future episodes. And who knows, maybe you will have your question read here
Yeah.
by
You can
Jake Amir.
you can be a Seth Padar or an Adam Buchesny, a Garrett Murphy even, on God willing, a Matt Lewis, a Christian Hibbert.
That's
for
good enough.